One of the issues that has been brought to our attention by many of our clients is their concern about the statute of limitations in their case. The issue is if you have a DePuy ASR or another metal on metal hip, what is the statute of limitations? When does it start to run? When do you need to do something? And this is a very, very important issue for people because there are a lot of people who have DePuy ASR hips or other metal on metal hips, and they know these hips are releasing excessive amounts of chromium or cobalt into their bloodstream, but they're not doing anything about it. There are drastic consequences of not doing anything. The statute of limitations varies from state to state. In most states, the statute is 2 years, but you have to check to make sure what it is in your state. Some states have 1 year statute of limitations. The really critical question is, when does that statute start to run? There is very good arguments for the proposition, which the defendants would make, that once you know that your hip is leaching excessive amounts of cobalt or chromium into your bloodstream, that is when the statute starts to run. So there are a lot of people who may have an ASR or some other metal on metal hip that's releasing cobalt or chromium into their blood, and they don't have any problems now, or they haven't had a revision surgery yet, and so they're not doing anything. They're not calling a lawyer. The problem is if 3-4 years down the road they do have problems, it is going to be too late to do anything. And if you think that DePuy or another medical device company is going to pay for your revision surgery 3 or 4 years from now, you're wrong. They're not. They won't have any legal obligation to do it. So we encourage anyone who has one of these hips to call a lawyer immediately to get an evaluation to find out what their statute of limitations issues are. Another issue that can come up is we are now coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the recall of the ASR hip. There is an argument that the defendants will likely make that once someone knows about the recall, or should have known about the recall, they have a duty to act within 2 years, and that's when the statute starts to run on their case. With this 2-year anniversary of the recall coming out, it's very important that anybody who has a DePuy ASR, even if they haven't had any problems at all, contact a lawyer, because there is an argument that once you reach that 2-year mark, you have an obligation to do something, if that's a statute of limitations in the area where you live.